Travel Practical family. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a place in London where you can get prescribed poetry for a broken heart? Or a temple in Japan surrounded by thousands of dolls that somehow grant wishes? How about a museum where cats curate priceless Picasso paintings? Or a hotel that's literally rebuilt from scratch using 500 tons of ice every single year? Today, we're uncovering 6 incredible cultural gems that most tourists never discover. Places where the extraordinary hides in plain sight, and where your family can create memories that no guidebook could ever prepare you for. And stick around until the end, because I want to know which of these hidden gems you'd visit first. Welcome back to Travel Practical, where we help families discover amazing destinations without the stress and overwhelm. I'm constantly amazed by how many incredible places exist just waiting to be discovered by curious travelers like you. The destinations I'm sharing today aren't just off the beaten path. They're the kinds of places that make your friends say, "Wait, that's real?" when you show them your photos. From a pharmacy that prescribes poems instead of pills to a gravity hill where balls roll uphill, these spots prove that the world is far more wonderful and weird than we ever imagined. But here's the best part. Every single one of these places is totally doable for families, and I've got all the practical details you need to actually visit them. Let's start with something that sounds like it came straight out of a fairy tale. The world's first poetry pharmacy in London. Picture this. Instead of getting antibiotics for your ailments, you get prescribed poetry for your heartbreak, anxiety, or even just a case of the Monday blues. This incredible place started with a woman named Deborah Alma, who bought a 1950s ambulance on Facebook Marketplace and spent 8 years driving around England as the emergency poet. After her own recovery from an abusive relationship, she realized poetry had healing powers, and she wanted to share that with others. Here's where it gets really interesting. The CEO of Lush Cosmetics discovered her work and created a partnership that placed this literary wonderland right inside their Oxford Street flagship store. You literally walk through the bustling cosmetics section, head upstairs, and suddenly you're in this gorgeous Victorian pharmacy filled with mahogany cabinets and hundreds of poetry pill bottles. The best part? It's completely free to browse and experience. You can wander through sections organized by emotions, chill pills for anxiety, courage pills when you need confidence, even a mysterious poison cabinet with darker poetry that fascinates teenagers. For families, this is educational gold. Kids who normally run from poetry suddenly become curious when it's presented as medicine for feelings. There's even a coffee shop inside where you can sit and read your prescribed poems. Here's some practical details. You'll find it on the first floor of Lush Oxford Street. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday 11 to 5. The closest tube stations are Tottenham Court Road and Oxford Street. Poetry pills range from about 5 to 15 pounds, making this an incredibly affordable, unique experience in expensive London. From London's literary healing to Japan's ancient wisdom, let me introduce you to Katsuoji Temple, a 1,300-year-old Buddhist temple that's surrounded by tens of thousands of red daruma dolls. The site is absolutely breathtaking, like stumbling into a scene from a Studio Ghibli film. But this isn't just about pretty pictures. These dolls represent something profound. Each one is a wish that someone made, worked toward, and successfully achieved. When visitors accomplish their goals, they return the daruma dolls with both eyes painted as a thank you offering. The temple literally overflows with proof of people's dreams coming true. Here's what makes this especially perfect for families. The temple recently introduced a 6-stamp postcard system that turns your visit into a treasure hunt. You collect stamps at different points around the temple grounds, and when complete, they form a single daruma image. It's genius because it slows you down, helps you really explore the temple, and gives kids a clear mission. The temple is called Katsuoji, which means Temple of Winning, and it earned this name over 1,000 years ago when prayers here helped heal an emperor. The daruma tradition comes from a 5th century monk who meditated so intensely that, according to legend, his arms and legs fell off, explaining the round shape. But here's the practical reality. Getting there takes some planning. It's about an hour from downtown Osaka, and the last bus back is at 4:48 p.m. on weekends. The temple sits in the mountains, so it's about 10 degrees cooler than the city, especially beautiful during cherry blossom season and autumn foliage. Entry costs 500 yen for adults and 400 yen for students, with the stamped postcard included. The experience takes 1 to 2 hours, and trust me, the photos with thousands of daruma dolls will be unlike anything else in your travel album. Speaking of unique photo opportunities, let's head to Amsterdam for one of the world's most unusual museums, the KattenKabinet, where cats literally live among priceless artworks by Rembrandt, Picasso, and Toulouse-Lautrec. This place has the most heartwarming origin story. In 1983, a law student named Bob Meyer lost his beloved ginger cat, John Pierpont Morgan, yes, named after the American financier. Meyer was so devastated that he began collecting cat-themed art as a way to cope with his grief. 7 years later, that grief had transformed into the world's most comprehensive feline art museum, housed in a magnificent 1667 canal house. What makes this place magical is that 5 resident cats roam freely throughout the museum. You might find Billy the cat sitting next to a Picasso sketch, or Oscar lounging near a 17th century Dutch master painting. The cats aren't just pets, they're part of the experience, and according to visitors, Billy particularly enjoys giving unofficial tours. The building itself is incredible. It preserves state-protected ceiling murals and even hosted John Adams when he was the American ambassador to the Netherlands before he became president. You're not just seeing cat art, you're experiencing Dutch Golden Age architecture. And here's a fun fact that movie lovers will appreciate. The museum was featured in Ocean's 12 as the house of an agoraphobic collector, so you're literally walking through a Hollywood filming location. Practical planning. The museum is located at Herengracht 497 in Amsterdam's prestigious Golden Bend. Tickets are €12.50 for adults. But here's the important part. You must book online in advance. They don't sell tickets at the door. It's open Tuesday through Sunday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., closed Mondays. Plan for about an hour, though cat lovers often stay longer, just watching the feline residents interact with the art. From Amsterdam's artistic elegance to North Carolina's gravitational mystery, Mystery Hill has been baffling visitors for over 70 years with phenomena that seem to defy physics itself. Picture this: balls rolling uphill, water flowing upward, and people appearing to change height by up to 6 inches just by moving a few feet. This isn't some high-tech illusion. It's been happening naturally since the 1920s, when orchard workers consistently reported feeling disoriented on this specific hillside. The scientific explanation involves optical illusions created by tilted landmass and obstructed horizons, but experiencing it firsthand is genuinely unsettling. Your brain knows gravity works one way, but your eyes are seeing something completely different. Kids absolutely love this cognitive disconnect. They'll spend ages rolling balls back and forth, trying to understand how it's possible. But Mystery Hill isn't just about the gravity phenomena. Your $29.95 Adventure Pass includes a surprising variety of activities that easily fill 3 hours. There's the Hall of Mystery with hands-on science experiments, a Bubble-Rama room where kids can create human-sized bubbles, an impressive Native American artifacts museum with over 55,000 pieces, gem mining where you dig through real ore buckets, and even axe throwing and mechanical bull riding. What I love about this place is how it combines the mysterious with the educational. Kids experience genuine wonder at the gravity demonstrations, then transition to learning about Appalachian heritage and Native American culture. It's science, history, and adventure, all rolled into one affordable package. Located in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, Mystery Hill operates seasonally with varying hours, so check their website before visiting. The gravity phenomena work year-round, but the full Adventure Pass experience is weather-dependent for some outdoor activities. From natural mysteries to modern creative trends, if you've been on TikTok at all in the past few years, you've probably seen those satisfying videos of people creating rugs with what looks like a yarn gun. Well, you can actually experience that viral trend firsthand at Vibes DIY Studio in Las Vegas. This isn't just following a trend. Rug tufting exploded during the pandemic because there's something genuinely therapeutic about the process. The rhythmic gun-to-fabric motion creates this meditative flow state, and watching your design come to life loop by loop is incredibly satisfying. Vibes DIY Studio calls itself the first rug tufting studio in Las Vegas, and they've perfected the experience for beginners. You bring a simple design, think coloring book style works best, and they guide you through tracing, tufting, gluing, trimming, and backing. The whole process takes 2 to 4 hours, depending on your design complexity, but the time flies by. They have over 90 yarn colors available, which means you can create pretty much any design you can imagine. The studio provides all equipment, instruction, and even snacks. Plus, with their new technology, you can complete everything in a single visit and take your finished rug home immediately. Here's the practical reality. This is definitely more of a teen and adult activity. The minimum age is 18 due to the industrial tufting guns, though younger kids can participate with close parent supervision. You need to book in advance and submit your design ahead of time. Located at 7575 Norman Rockwell Lane in Centennial Hills, the studio operates Wednesday through Sunday, opening at noon each day. Pricing varies by rug size and design complexity, so check their website for current rates and booking information. Finally, let's end with something truly spectacular. North America's only ice hotel, where everything from the walls to the furniture to your drinking glasses is carved from ice. What blows my mind about Hôtel de Glace is that it's completely rebuilt every single year. Starting in early December, 50 workers spend 6 weeks using 30,000 to 40,000 tons of specially produced snow and 500 tons of crystal clear ice to create this frozen architectural masterpiece. And here's the crazy part. The snow has to be artificially made because natural snow is too airy and dry. They use humidity-controlled snowblowers to create the perfect building material. The interior temperature stays between 23 to 27 degrees Fahrenheit, regardless of outside weather. Yes, that means you're sleeping in below freezing temperatures, but the beds are surprisingly comfortable. They're made from ice blocks with wooden bases, real mattresses, and ultra-warm mummy sleeping bags rated to negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. For families considering this adventure, they offer day visits that include guided tours, access to the ice bars where cocktails are served in carved ice glasses, and the famous ice slide. If you're feeling brave enough to spend the night, room rates range from $679 to over $1,100 Canadian dollars depending on the suite type. This year marks the hotel's 25th anniversary, and they're introducing their first ice restaurant in partnership with Fairmont Le Chateau Frontenac. 3-course gourmet meals served on ice tables with fur-covered ice benches at $225 Canadian dollars per person. It doesn't get more unique than that. The hotel operates January through March each year, so this is definitely a winter-only experience. Located about 20 minutes from Quebec City, advance booking is essential, especially for overnight stays. There you have it. 6 incredible cultural gems that prove the world is full of surprises just waiting to be discovered. From poetry prescriptions in London to ice hotels in Quebec, these aren't just destinations. They're experiences that remind us why we travel in the first place. What I love about each of these places is that they're not trying to be something they're not. They're authentic, often deeply personal expressions of creativity, tradition, or pure human curiosity. And that's what makes them so memorable. I'm genuinely curious. Which of these hidden gems caught your attention? Are you more drawn to the healing power of poetry, the mystery of Gravity Hills, or maybe the challenge of sleeping in a nice hotel? Drop a comment below and let me know which one you'd visit first and why. If you found today's journey through these cultural treasures helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Travel Practical for more unique destinations that go beyond the typical tourist trail. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries. Thanks for exploring with me today. And remember, the most amazing travel experiences often happen when you venture off the beaten path and stay curious about the world around you. Until next time, keep traveling practical.